Only 2 weeks left in the regular season as we jump into Week 8 of Football Friday. Spoiler alert, 3 of our games came down to the final play. We begin at Naperville North, Huskies riding high after becoming playoff eligible thanks to last week's win over Naperville Central. Waubonsie Valley desperate to keep its playoff dreams alive, needing to win out to qualify. Nate Ashford doing what he can to keep the Warriors afloat, 121 rushing yards and 4 total touchdowns from the senior in this one. Huskies staying step for step with Dub V, Drake Davis with one of his 2 touchdown passes to Ryan Lorenzo, who tacked on 139 receiving yards to his season total. Game all tied up at 35 with under 40 seconds to go. Tanner Westwood heaves it up to Chuck Robinson, who hauls it in to put the Warriors up by 7. 30 seconds to play. Last chance for Naperville North. Drake Davis with a Hail Mary try, but once again it's Chuck Robinson making another catch in the end zone, this one for a game-saving interception. Waubonsie stays alive and can make the playoffs with a win at Wheaton North next week. Naperville Central trying to right the ship on senior night after back-to-back losses. The red-hot Sam Singleton and Wheaton North in town with a share of the DVC title on the line. Opening drive, Sam Singleton follows a big hole on the left side to pay dirt. Wheaton North off to a quick start, 7-0. After Jaden Reed ties the game with a 3-yard run in the second quarter, Central QB Peyton Thorne making things happen with his legs as well. This 19-yard scamper puts the Redhawks up 14-7 early in the fourth. Despite 3 fumbles and a turnover on downs, Wheaton North still with the chance to tie with 1 second left. Quarterback Rhett Netzer is sacked, seemingly ending the game, but Central is called for defensive holding, giving the Falcons 1 more play at the 16-yard line. Netzer again dropping back, forced to scramble to avoid pressure. Great coverage in the end zone by the Redhawks secondary as Jaden Reed comes in to help out at corner. He knocks the ball away along with Tommy Carlson, and this one does finally end the game. Central secures a share of the DVC crown and can win it outright with a win at Lake Park next week. Metea Valley on the road at Glenbard North. Mustangs have been shut out 2 weeks in a row, and the ferocious Panthers defense is not an easy one to put up points against. GBN using its tried and true formula of defense and running the football to control the game. Panthers roll over the Mustangs 42-0 to keep their playoff hopes alive. They must beat Neuqua on the road next week to become eligible. Speaking of the Wildcats, they play host to a Lake Park team in search of its first playoff berth since 2009. Neuqua up 10-6 in the second quarter when Jake Askoff hits sophomore Patrick Hoffman for a 40-yard touchdown strike, NV up 17-9 at the break. Wildcats looking to pull away in the third, Askoff with another 40-yard touchdown pass, this one to Brant Stayer, Neuqua up 23-9. Lancers continue to fight back. David Kirkpatrick Hardwick ties the game at 23 late in the fourth with a 5-yard touchdown run. The game goes into overtime after Neuqua misses a 29-yard field goal at the end of regulation. After Neuqua fumbles on the first play of overtime, Lake Park gives it to Kirkpatrick Hardwick once again from 2 yards out to steal the 29-23 overtime win. Lancers are playoff eligible for the first time in 8 years. Wildcats drop to 5-3. Benet Academy playoff eligible once again thanks to a win last week at Joliet Catholic. Red Wings with the daunting task of hosting ESCC leader Marist, who dismantled previously unbeaten Nazareth Academy a week ago. Marist opens the scoring early in the first with a 70-yard touchdown pass from Mike Market to Jaden Thompson, Market with over 300 yards and 2 TDs on the day. Benet never stopped fighting even when trailing late, Colin Gillespie with an 8-yard touchdown run in the fourth, but it would not be enough. Marist gets the win 38-24 to stay on top of the East Suburban Catholic Conference. Benet falls to 5-3. Marist stays perfect on the year after the win over Benet. Nazareth still has a chance to tie the Redhawks if Marist slips up against Joliet Catholic next week. The ESCC ends its regular season with Benet in search of another 6-win season at Carmel Catholic. After upsetting Notre Dame, Marion Central Catholic can earn a playoff spot with a win at home against St. Patrick. Let's look at the DVC standings heading into Week 9. Naperville North and Neuqua Valley are now eliminated from the conference championship race, while Lake Park and Wheaton North could create a tie for first if Lake Park beats Naperville Central next week. Glenbard North and Waubonsie Valley can both become playoff eligible with Week 9 wins, which would give the conference 7 playoff eligible teams. Turning to next week's schedule, Central can lock up the DVC crown at Lake Park, while Waubonsie needs a win at Wheaton North, and Glenbard North must beat a sliding Neuqua Valley team on the road to become eligible. It should be an exciting final week. Don't forget to find the full highlights of this week's games on our website, nctv17.com. Thanks for watching Football Friday. I'm Justin Cornwell.